From the days when we had to make the waist stretch. Now it's Vacherons and all the Marpé sets. You wanna get money with me? Say less. Say less. Say less. You wanna get money with me? Say less.
What's poppin', people? Welcome back to another episode of Say Less.
Yeah.
With Kaz.
Yeah.
Low-key.
Stressed
out. PG Low.
Are you brown bagging it?
At least you're not raw dogging it.
Bro,
hey, yo.
I'm just...
the week that I've had since we
it calls for that.
here, like, let's just get this going.
Dog, you cannot leave this room with that.
No, of course not.
You can only brown bag that indoors.
By the end of the episode, it'll be done.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And Rosy.
What's
up, Rosy?
What's up, man? What's going on?
I'm good. I'm so glad that we got back together and did this. Right. Such perfect time.
I like this, the Rock thing you got.
The what?
The Dwayne Rock Johnson chain.
This is a Dwayne thing?
Oh, the choker?
the black with the gold chain.
I didn't know that was
the
a
Halloween
thing.
outfit on.
What about his shoes? Do you like his shoes?
Shoes suck.
The shoes is fire. Shout out Adidas.
I just don't get why the
AE1s.
All right. Well,
Taking over the
What do you
game.
think? Like, what do you think?
Anthony Edwards put Adidas on his
wanted
back.
to compliment
You know
somebody.
I haven't rocked Adidas since Yeezy left. I haven't.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's why?
That's why.
No, they're just wildly comfortable. Like
No, but that's why
I've
you
heard
haven't
that.
rocked them?
I've heard
they're
Adidas.
wildly comfortable. But Adidas, Ann Edwards put Adidas on
paid
his
for those?
back, man. No, I didn't.
Oh.
Well, here we are.
But Ant-Man put him on his back. And I like him too. It's not like, yeah, of course, they shout out to the plug. But I really like him. You know what I mean? So shout out to
Yeah, a lot
Ant-Man.
of
Yeah, no, good way to sell.
And that's a big thing too.
free
Like,
shit is cool.
Yeah,
free shit's cool. When you're the new face of the league, you feel me? This isn't even a paid thing. I'm just saying. You
Are
know?
those Ant-Mans?
Yeah, these are Ant-Mans. Yeah.
I might want to try them.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yo,
You know what?
if you see
You
the
thought they was ugly
colorways,
before you.
you thought they was ugly.
I know they're ugly.
You see how influential you are, Lo?
Influential?
Look, if
That's
there's
how
anyone
influential
committed
you
to
are.
shoes, it's Low.
Exactly.
Honestly,
Listen, I mess with the Ant-Mans, bro. Adidas was looking. It was looking shaky for a minute.
It's like-
Ant-Man
it's
said, "Get
kinda
on my
like-
back.
it's kind of like
Get
Robert-
behind me, Adidas." We got this.
It's like when you like somebody,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna try their product.
Of course, of
You
course.
want to support them.
It took me a while. Like I see Wale get some fits off of them. I seen Ant-Man playing them
Well,
a
he don't
lot.
count. He's gonna get fits off in it.
You're right.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know what?
Let me
For
try
a
it.
while, I see like some basketball
Honestly-
sneakers I could see just wearing in real life. Like Kyrie's had a thing for
Yeah,
a while.
Kyrie's definitely had a-
Kobe, obviously. But
I never had a pair of Kobe's.
I'm like, all right,
I just thought of something.
What?
Wale's one of those people, like if he went out, right, and bought some Payless sneakers and didn't tell anybody that they was Payless,
He probably
and he
got
rocked
it
them.
off.
People going, the hype is gonna be like, where are these from?
Maybe.
Where are
Get that
these?
off.
I mean, people have done it before, man. Like that should be a
I'm saying.
challenge.
That should be a challenge.
People should be
Payless
like,
challenge?
yo,
Yeah.
if
Can you tell me where my sneakers are from?
Hey, let's
if Complex is still paying people, I'll just be like, yo, take $250, take somebody famous, and go get a fit off and see if you can really
And
get
see
fits
if-
off.
That'd
Right.
be fire.
That's such a free-
Wale's the one to do it.
He would.
Who would win amongst you three?
Amongst us three on a budget fit contest?
250.
I honestly probably
We're
low.
going to Payless or just going anywhere?
Anyway, 250 only though.
250 only?
Oh, I'm buying.
Jimmy Jazz right there.
I mean, Jimmy Jazz, you can
H&M's
run up
right
a
there.
quick bill. Yeah, H&M, you get an ill fit
Foot
off for
Locker's right
250.
there.
Gap.
Gap is right
You know what I
there.
mean?
250.
Yeah, you can get something. You can get
250.
something.
Wait, is it winter or is it summer? When is it?
Summer. Let's say summer.
Summer's
Oh,
easy.
summer's easy.
I'm a
Summer's easy.
female. I think I would win. 250?
Probably.
That's easy
Yeah.
for girls.
Women, people never clock women's fits and what they're wearing, though, except other women.
Like other niggas.
Like, dudes
clock
just
other
like,
niggas'
all right, she looks
fits.
nice. Okay. Like, nobody gives a
Like that meme where it's like you'll be on a $10,000 vacation with $10 fits.
Yeah.
Like women being
Exactly.
So, and we'll
Exactly.
never wear them again.
Yeah.
Wearing Rainbow Unlimited, too.
And-
Nobody would care.
and-
How many
Nobody
fits do you
knows.
think you get it for 250?
How many fits I can get off of 250? I mean, shit. This sweater alone is pricey.
Really not the fucking question.
point.
Like, we didn't ask how
all
much the
right,
current
damn.
fit
Well,
costs.
in general,
we get it.
I can get 3.5 solid fits off for 250.
You're not thinking smart. All you need is one pair of pants.
You got one pair of pants, right? You got one pair of pants.
That's all you
One
need is
neutral
pair of
color
pants.
pair of pants, maybe some light blue, or you don't go black
Something
or
cargos,
jeans,
something.
but something just neutral, like a nude, a tan, a light pink, something like that. And you can get like 2 or 3 shirts. You know what I'm saying? Something that's a little bit more like a light, like something like this, like a teal, like a green. Like it's all about colors. It's all about mixing and matching.
You could do it.
and you could spend the most of the fit, most of the money on the feet.
Lo, how many
As long as
Nike
the feet are,
Texas
as long as the feet are
How
proper,
many?
you can pull anything off.
All right, so this is what I'm doing. I'm going to Target.
Yep.
Getting a bunch of white
I'm
tees.
buying a 7-pack of white tees.
Easy.
That's gonna run me $15.99. Then
Lo done this before.
Then I'm going to Foot Locker and I'm getting like some pink.
White on white ups.
That was my last thing. I'm getting some like maybe pink,
Yeah.
red, yellow
Socks.
shorts.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Right?
Okay. You can do the shorts.
Nike
And you can go to
Nike
the special
shorts,
section too, the discounted section.
Nike shorts.
All
Then
about it.
I'm gonna get some.
I will run up
I'm gonna get some calf.
the last chance
calf
sales.
white socks, like calf white socks, like just have them right up here. About 3 pairs of those. Then white on whites, and then probably a fresh Yankee.
One of these episodes, we're gonna do like a not Chappelle show, Half Baked. Remember when he had like 8,000?
Yeah, that's what I just said.
We hope
And just
to
run it
come in.
down.
Yeah, so like
And just see what we can get
expensive
off.
thing is gonna be the
feet.
the Air Force Ones.
Yeah,
That's
the feet are
100.
always gonna be.
That's
the
like
feet,
hold on. In reference to the half baked, that's like when she asked for sauerkraut. He's like,
Right. Like,
Yeah, that's the most expensive thing. That's gonna run me $120. The Air Force One's gonna run me
Yeah.
$120.
I can't skimp on the feet. That's the only thing I can't skimp on.
Yeah.
Like I can get by on some cheap jeans. I can get by on the okay top, but as
But
long
New
as the
Balances
feet-
aren't too expensive now.
Yeah,
That's
no,
still
they're
on
not.
trend.
But New Balance is kind of
you
got a
don't have
wave
to
right
get
now,
up.
man. Like
Rory loves every pair of sneakers Rory has it.
shout out Jack Harlow, man. And
I was gonna say
Kawhi
white
Leonard.
people.
There you go. Got it. Speaking of white people,
Speaking of white people.
man, last time we were here, we were so I want to make something perfectly clear for this episode, right? Because I feel like, you know, we had a few clips that got a lot of attention, and there was not a whole lot of context. I just want to be perfectly clear. This time last week, as we were recording the show, we were just supposed to be like, you know what? It's been a long time. Let's get our mojo back.
Right.
It was a reunion.
It was a reunion. It's just, you know, we've all been busy. Let's all get back into the mode of stuff.
Right.
We were blessed by the content and podcast gods. Like Kendrick Lamar said, you know what? I'm on his ass right now,
Right.
like as we were taping. And as we finished, I think Euphoria was the only track that was out. But since then, we have gotten 60 in LA, Meet the Grams,
Two.
Family Matters,
Three.
The Heart Part 6,
Not like us.
Not Like Us.
5, and it's been 7 days.
5 records in 7 days.
Is that too much?
Wait, no.
I gotta say,
It's a bit
I
overwhelming.
mean, it's a lot. It's an overload of information. Yeah, but
Dude, Kendrick dropped while we were still listening to Drake's song.
yeah.
okay.
Like
a lot.
mid episode,
No,
I
it's-
spent half the episode like defending Drake up until Euphoria dropped. I was like, God damn, gotta got
but
his ass
it's
a little
like
bit.
you're looking at a situation where the other guy,
Yeah,
you know, kind of prompted him to
did.
do this.
he
The
did.
other guy.
On Taylor Made,
Right,
he
right,
pretty
like,
much was like, "Yo, I know
Like, he
you in
poked
there
that,
working
like,
on
yeah,
a triple,
you're-
quadruple entendre in New
You
York."
instigated this nigga
You're
to
not-
do this.
There was a bar specifically when he was like, "You're not just gonna let this go away now." Like, no, we pushing you. Like, you coming
And
out
he
right
pushed
now.
back.
See,
And he
Kendrick
pushed
to
him.
me is like, I don't know who you guys consider people you shouldn't poke, but one person I think you shouldn't poke besides Kendrick is Eminem.
Well, I think now we all know, right?
I
But I
always felt
said,
that way, though.
but I said that.
Yeah, he
I
did.
I literally
Him and
said
Pusha
that
T.
before everything happened. I said there are 2 people you don't push, 3 probably. Push and Kendrick.
Yeah, because Eminem
Push and Kendrick literally showed us
push too.
what the fuck happens when you
Right.
know what I'm saying?
But I'll tell you this, it's hard to say we know now because this was some unprecedented shit. Like it wasn't like it was one song that was just such a body blow. Like the timeline of events to me made this, in my opinion, like the best rap battle I've ever seen. Right?
Well, 'cause
like
we saw it in real time.
we saw it in real time. It's 2 people at the peak of their popularity and at the peak of their, you know,
Their careers.
And I also want to be clear, like, I got my winner. I got a person I picked who won. But I don't think I don't think there's really any losers in this. I want to say. I know it sounds super corny, but
Ooh, tomato.
I don't think there's a
Pick a
real, I don't think there's a real
He's
loser.
talking about it's tied.
No, I'm not. No.
here.
I'm not saying it's tied.
No loser. They both spoke their piece.
I'm not saying it's
Pick a
tied.
side, bro.
Kendrick clearly won, in my opinion.
Thank you.
All I'm saying is we shouldn't. I don't want to give Drake any bad words about this because at least he engaged. At least he went back and forth. Like, he could have very easily been like, I'm too
that
famous
moral
for this
victory
shit.
shit is out the
I'm
fucking
not saying it's a
window.
moral
Like,
victory.
oh my God, you tried.
I'm
You're
not saying it's a
supposed
moral
to fucking
victory.
try, my nigga. You started this shit.
I'm not saying it's a
You're
moral
supposed
Did he
to
try
fucking
hard
try.
enough, though?
That's the question. Did he try hard enough? And I do think, I mean, after
I think he tried his hardest. I think he tried his
did my
absolute
best.
hardest.
No way.
I don't think
Drake put his best foot
I think
forward.
he don't have
he
nothing
did.
to
He
do.
did
I
the
think
video.
I think there's
he
still more
did.
left.
He planted. He planted
Wait, was
stuff
that
to
the red
people.
button? What
That's
happened
what I was
with
gonna
that?
say. Was that the red button?
I don't think that was the red
Where's the
button.
detonator that he was talking about?
Listen, if the red button is, hey, I know what
The
you
red
and your
button
wife is
planning
going
information
through.
was like, come on.
Or either I know what you and your wife have gone through,
Yeah.
or you and your kids. Like, that seems pretty red buttonish to me. Like, your kids are on the album cover. Like,
That's not red buttons for your kids on the album cover.
Yeah.
no, if he's saying that's not your kids, yes, I think it kind of counts.
Is it true?
I don't know,
That can't be. That,
but
Does that matter?
that's a great question. That's a great question.
So let's
Another
focus on
question.
Let's break this down
last
here.
songs, right?
As we've gotten these 5 or 6 records, we've gotten all this kerfuffles from all camps.
Yeah.
We've gotten media types picking sides. You got people trying to be unbiased. You got people showing their bias. We got records that they're hits. We got records that were just like, this is good rapping, but I don't think I'm gonna listen to this again. But I think at the crux of this, I think every rap fan had to ask themselves, how important is the truth really when it comes to these songs, right?
Was Jay-Z
I'm
a
not
tie
okay.
boho?
I'm gonna say something. Yeah, I mean, was he doing karate?
He was
Tybo?
boxing. He was
Right then.
boxing.
We what? How-
Well, I think
he was taking like wasn't he taking like fitness classes or something?
yeah, there was like videos of him like getting, hitting the heavy bag and stuff. And
It's not tie boho.
Nas
Dang.
took it another level. It's like, look at this Tybo ho. I can get that. I see,
Tybo was
I see the
funny.
artistic
But it was
liberties
funny.
he
But it was
took.
funny.
All right, so that's my thing. Like,
Tybo.
when it comes to telling the truth, is what's the line of this is the truth, so this guy is winning, or what's the line of this is artistic, integrity, and we're gonna just go with what the better record is.
I'm gonna be honest with you. As long as it sounds cool and it's funny to me, I'm gonna like it. But if it's the truth, it's like, ooh.
These things
Yeah,
are... these-
that's what I found myself
But they
doing.
could tell the truth and it still not sound as
Honestly, listening to the tracks that made me do that, made me go, ooh,
cringe.
were the ones that are like, I don't know, listen. Like, when I heard the timing of Meet the Grams, I think
Was
was
disrespectful.
disrespectful and fucking, I
The-
think that was when they go back and if you watch the History Channel and they're like, great blunders in the war history, like, you know what I mean? Like, that
Wait,
point right there.
What was disrespectful? Like
the letters to everybody
No,
in his
Family
family.
Matters. Family
was
Matters
crazy.
was clearly the response to Euphoria.
Right.
There was the video. They went and got the van. They crushed the van. Drake. There's all these subliminal things happening that I think only a handful of people probably know what's really going on, who he's talking to, all this other shit. But the verses themselves were biting as well.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, it was probably Drake's best punch back. But he didn't even let it breathe for an hour.
If I'm Kendrick, am I supposed to?
That's what I'm
Kendrick,
saying.
He dropped it while I'm still listening. I'm still rewinding Drake's
if
song.
I couldn't even let Family
if I'm
Matters
Kendrick
breathe.
and I'm looking at this record that has a video to it, that's
Fuck
probably
record.
one of the better records out of this whole situation. I'm stepping on that.
All right.
in my size sevens.
I am not letting you get this shit off.
Men's.
Because if you let motherfuckers sit with that record for a long time, they're like, okay, hold on.
I mean, I sat with it after
but
it dropped, and I felt the same way.
Yeah,
I'm like,
oh,
there's some shit in
oh,
my family.
yeah, there's some shit in here. But he
yeah.
sucked the air out the room right after talking to your mysterious daughter, your father, your mother, you.
Yo, the shit he said to his father, I was laughing. I'm not.
So
gonna lie.
let's zoom in on that, right?
Okay.
Fuck the timing thing. Let's talk about the actual contents within the rap.
Okay.
Does the truth matter?
I think the truth.
And how do we
matters
know
to
he's
a
telling the
point.
truth?
We don't know.
Because that's the thing, we don't know.
We
We
just
don't
don't know.
It just sound good. That's what I'm saying. It sound good. We don't know.
And
So it's like we don't care.
Because we still don't know what Drake really did to piss everybody off, and
But
nobody's
that's
saying
not
it.
even the caveat is.
Nobody's. You saw
No.
Metro's tweet. Nobody's saying
But
it.
the caveat is, all right, does this nigga have an 11-year-old daughter? Is this nigga a pedophile? Does Kendrick beat his wife? There's no paper trail to any of these claims, right? So it's like certain things you got to be careful with.
right.
Like the pedophile thing is like, all right, bro, like that's heavy.
Right.
That could sideline somebody's career no matter who you are.
I kind of think it already.
I mean, same thing with the DV.
Both of those things. That's what I'm saying.
I've
Like,
already kind of,
Especially with what Kendrick stands for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That looks crazy.
of course. So I see Drake's play. Drake's play was, I'm going to discredit everything about this guy because even if you hear it in his raps, a lot of times his beef with Kendrick, in my opinion, isn't even so much about Kendrick. It's about what we think of Kendrick and the respect Kendrick gets. Like, there's a bunch of times
He hates that. He wants that so bad.
There's so many times
It's
he's
not
like, I
gonna-
don't know
it's
why
not
people
gonna
like
happen.
you. Like, he pretty much straight up says that.
and then Kendrick says, I don't like you.
Yeah, right?
Right, like, and here's why.
basically saying,
And
like,
I'm not the only person that thinks this.
yeah.
We don't like you.
Yeah.
20v1 reverse.
I mean,
He's saying a lot of shit that we would say to ourselves about Drake.
listen, I don't know Drake.
That's why he says he's speaking for the culture.
I'm saying
He's
from an
speaking for
artist.
us.
Right. I don't know Drake from a hole in the wall. That's what I'm saying. Like, how important is the truth? Because, obviously this is a different type of rap battle from what we grew up on, right?
Yeah.
I think the speed, the internet,
Yeah.
social media,
Yep.
being able to go and pick what makes sense to you and what feels truthful to you, because there's this internet paper trail from the last 15 years, maybe, of both of these artists. So it gets to a point where it's like, all right, how important is the truth here? Because on one hand, if any of these things are true, you look at Drake differently. If any of these things are true, you look at Kendrick differently, right? But does it matter if it slaps? Right?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, how does it matter?
I'm not listening to a nigga that is a pedophile. I don't listen to R. Kelly.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
I do.
That's true.
Like that, and who he is.
I haven't.
What?
I haven't intentionally listened to R. Kelly in years. Like, if I'm just walking around and I hear an R. Kelly song,
So shit don't matter
I'm
to you.
like, oh, I guess this is where we're at. You know what I mean? Like,
Shit don't matter to you.
I mean, R. Kelly got some songs.
oh.
So all right, so if Drake comes out to be a pedophile, God's plan still slaps.
I mean, Drake is not my dog in this fight.
I'm just.
So how
So I'm
important
looking
is
for a
it?
That's what
reason not to like Drake.
So here's the thing,
I'm not
right?
looking for a reason not to like him. I'm just giving you.
I am.
There's two things.
Well, then you just don't like him.
Maybe.
Okay.
All right. Well,
If you found out Kendrick beat his wife, you still listening?
it'll be hard to.
It'd be
to listen to
hard
music.
as
Well,
fuck
it'll be
because
hard to
of
take
what
him
he
serious
stands
because
for.
exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, bro,
I
you've
mean, if
been
anyone
preaching
beat
this
their wives in this case, wouldn't y'all be like,
Yeah, I mean, you would definitely.
yes.
You would
Yes.
absolutely look at the music.
Like, yo,
in
what
a
the fuck is
different
going on
way.
in your household? Speaking about all this shit that you promote and have in your moral compass, and it's like, damn, like that was true.
Yeah.
okay, so then at what point in terms of these like rap beefs do the truths become true?
So here's where I
When they
stand
can
with
prove it.
Right. 'Cause you know what?
That's literally it.
You know the line that bothered me when Drake was talking about how Kendrick's wife follows Dave Free and not him, and I was like, that's a stupid line because I don't follow anyone.
I'm like, yeah, exactly.
anyone.
I'm like,
Yeah, I
I'm
don't-
fucking with you after.
I'm like,
I don't
have you
follow
been
you.
in a relationship? Like,
no.
we
You're not
are-
about to fuck up my
I don't know,
day.
like what like Easter egg nugget you thought you were planning with, like, yeah, well, she follows Dave Free. Like,
Ooh.
okay.
She's also known him for how
for the
long?
chronically online Kendrick Lamar, who's always on Instagram. I've never seen Kendrick Lamar leave an Instagram comment in life ever.
Or
Yeah.
like, I don't know. I've never
Why
seen
the
him
hell would
active.
you? Why? I don't. You know what I mean? So
But that's the game he plays.
Yeah.
Drake plays that social media shit very well.
So here's the thing. They both accuse of each other of being manipulative. They both accuse each other of being things that they don't say that they are. And they're both put themselves in position in this rap battle where they were both like, hey, this could be a friendly exhibition as long as it doesn't go to here.
No,
Right?
Kendrick made that very clear. He was like,
And
this,
both- and
this
both
could be
records.
a friendly fade.
Both records. Drake said the same thing. Drake,
Where?
in Family Matters, he basically said like, you
Oh,
know,
by that time, it's off the rails now.
Well, I mean-
by that time, we already
Wait,
took the
he said it
gloves
could be a
off.
friendly thing.
he basically said,
Kendrick on Euphoria said, this could be a friendly fade. Let's not get personal.
Oh, and then Drake said,
He said-
and
he
you know what I'm gonna
repeated
do?
it.
Get personal.
I mean, Drake in the first record, in the first bar, he said, "You mentioned my seed, I gotta go bad. Now you gotta mess with his dad. I gotta go bad. I gotta go bad." Like that's both of them was like you both crossed the line on both. of
Drake
them.
crossed it first by mentioning Kendrick's fiance, Whitney,
Wait, yeah.
in push-ups.
Well, you're right. I guess.
And
You're
he
right.
said, let's keep it personal. This is just a friendly fade.
Mm.
And then proceeded to get even more personal on the records to come.
Right. So that's why. All right. So as we got to now, right?
Yeah.
You got. Unfortunately, I wouldn't say unfortunately. We get to the Heart Part 6.
Yeah.
After what was it, Sunday night?
Wait. Let's not even go there yet.
What's up?
Let's keep going with Not Like Us.
All right.
Yeah,
so
we can't-
boom.
can't
I'm
just skip
chanting
over that.
Opie Ho this summer.
Yeah, we can't
I'm
skip
chanting that I'm making a dance to the
Basically,
sides.
Kendrick reformed Drake's formula
Yes.
and used it against him.
Yeah.
And it took over the weekend.
Yep.
So low, Rosy,
intended.
there's been like so many like rules
You
to
wanna make a
this,
dance?
to beef, right? Like some of these, is it true? Who's got the better bars? And in this new like era of beef records that Drake kind of made popular, it was like, yeah, I can diss you and I could also have the whole world dancing to your diss. And I don't think anybody has done it better than Drake for a long time up until now, right? Like I think it's the first
you're
time
right about that.
somebody did it to him.
Without question.
And, you know, when Not Like Us dropped, I mean, I think it was a combination to me anyway of the shock of him, like another song. And
One.
it was such a deviation from how dark Meet the Grams was.
Right.
Right. Where it's just like, oh my God, this is an uncomfortable listen.
Beautiful. That was beautiful.
It was an uncomfortable, to me, I thought it was an uncomfortable listen.
I liked
Like,
it.
The pianos, and it sounded like a scary
Eerie.
movie.
I like
I think
that.
that-
Like the
that-
Boogeyman.
Yeah.
Well, Alchemist produced it, so shout out to
Yeah.
Alchemist. I think like there's like a little sample or similar keys to Elton John's Benny and the Jets.
Yeah, which was sampled on Best I Ever Had, right?
No.
Yeah, it was. Best I Ever Had was a.
Oh yes,
Probably.
Yeah, it was.
Knowing how petty Kendrick is.
But yeah,
Somebody pull that
yeah.
up. Isn't it?
I think, but it just reminded me of Benny and Jets. But go on, That's
Man,
one little-
so now we get to Not Like Us, and
we get to bopping our heads.
there's so many layers to why it's such an insane record. Because I talked to a lot of, I'm sure you have too. Talked to a lot of West Coast folks. I never knew Kendrick and Mustard never did a song together, and they're like
Mustard's from the Bay,
no,
right?
I think they're. I mean, L.A.
L.A., California, West Coast, whatever.
Okay.
It's the West Coast.
I thought this wasn't there like their second one.
Apparently, this is the first time they did just a song with each
By
other.
themselves.
I think Kendrick's probably like rapped on some Mustard beats, but like it was the first time they collab.
They got in the studio.
Yeah, and boy, he rock like not like that to me was all right. Let's go to the scorecards. Let's go to the judges. Like, I think this is I'd almost call it a TKO, a technical knockout.
It
You know
was
what I
just
mean?
it's just the evidence of people playing the record at all of these parties
Immediately. Because he
And
dropped it on a
chanting.
Saturday night.
and Ross
And chanting.
was playing that shit at a
pool
Vegas
party.
party. And I'm just like,
He dropped that shit on a
Saturday.
Saturday night on Eastern Standard Time. The sun was still out on the West Coast when it came out.
and
By the time the sun went down on Saturday, that shit was flipping every party on its head. Say,
That's crazy. Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. Niles just texted me. He was like, "Yo, what time did Kendrick drop Not Like Us on Saturday?"
Bro,
I don't know.
bro.
I think like 7, 8 o'clock.
I'm shocked. Like, I'm legitimately shocked.
What's the level of shockness? Why?
I'm shocked because I didn't think Kendrick had a bop in him like that. Like, that was the thing everybody was talking about. Like, to me, I thought Euphoria was the best complete song.
That's my favorite.
out of everything. To me, it's still the best song,
I like
like
that.
straight up record
Yeah.
that's dropped this week.
Yeah.
But everybody was like, it's not like they're gonna play this anywhere. And even in
Which they are.
Was it Family Matters or it was one of those records.
Which one?
It was Family Matters, where Drake said Rick Ross going around calling me white boy and it's got a kind of a ring to it because I got all my adversaries waving the white flags while everybody goes around and sings to it. He thought this was going to be the record everybody's going to be singing to, where in actuality, in less than 48 hours, no, we're all singing OV Ho and all this other
That's
shit
crazy.
like quick as that.
Oh, that's where it gets tricky because like
That was the wildest.
The wildest
that's where it gets tricky because
part.
it's like, damn, like is he? But like, oh
Try-
shit,
try to
that's
struck a
catchy as
chord.
fuck.
See, that's the point where it's like, how important is the truth really? Because even if Drake isn't somebody who's into younger girls,
That line was still fire.
it is a lie people are going to scream all summer long because
I'm not singing. I'm gonna sing
Listen.
OVO. I'm not gonna sing.
I'm gonna say A minor.
I'm not gonna.
I'm not gonna say. So you see
I
that
just-
DJ?
yeah, I
that was on there? It's like certified pedophile. I'm like, whoa! Why did you cut the beat off on that part? You know? But
I can't sing the A minor part.
I mean, but
just can't
listen,
sing it.
Oh, man.
Kendrick made a valid point, yo. Like he said, I heard you into girls. I hope they don't catch you on Cell Block 1. And if there's the one thing we can all agree on, in most of hip hop and most of music and hell, most of real life, we don't fuck with grown-ups that mess with young kids, period. Even though we got nothing to do with Drake. If Kendrick just said, hey, I'm just gonna make an anti-pedophile song and it's gonna be a hit record, people will be like, wow, this amazing, brilliant. It goes right into his same thing of being this conscious dude who can also make you dance, but also make you think, and also do this other thing. Drake, with not even having to be a part of this, it would have been a slapper.
Right.
It's like I'm making all this talk about
It just slapped.
kids being
It just-
taken, all this other shit, all this other stuff about pedophiles and all that stuff. We making an anti-pedophile anthem for the
Okay,
summer.
wait. On that note, question for both of you.
Yeah.
How did you guys feel about the line? I see everyone, speculating online about that "free the slaves" line. Like you rap like you trying to free slaves. And you've seen the breakdowns of how people are like, he's proving you're proving Kendrick's point.
I'm gonna speak from the heart here because I am anybody who's followed me knows I fucked with Drake. I fucked with the OVO. I'm a Drake fan, but there are times where I think Drake sometimes could sound a little bit out of touch, and I think that comes with people that are super famous, super wealthy.
Did he prove Kendrick right?
A little bit, like
I don't wanted to hear.
It's definitely and granted, like. Kendrick followed up on that line too, like so it made it feel fresh. It made it feel like, oh, this wasn't something that they didn't just have record stashed unless they heard him ahead of time. But he made it sound like I'm following up on not just what I believe you are, but what the culture believes. Because that was the big talking point. It's like, yo, like, first off, if you're telling me, Mom, I'm still gonna use the N-word, I'm gonna say. Nigga, I said it. I know that you mad. I gotta go bad. That's the first way you start the song, and then following it up with the slave joint, and then Kendrick just broke it down to brass fucking tacks on that third verse of what I mean. And nobody loves to hear a fucking history lesson during the rap song, but goddamn, if he didn't tie that shit together
I don't mind.
and made "We Don't Trust You" make sense, it put.
And
you can say what you want about
the Atlanta thing?
the Atlanta
yes,
part.
you
That
can say
was
what
the
you want
most-
about the pedophile. You can say the one about the pedophile allegations. You can say the shit about all the allegations. The one thing you cannot, if you follow rap or if you follow this game, the one thing you cannot disagree with is that third verse where he was like, yo, anytime you need to get a check, you go to Atlanta and get you some swag up. Like Future got you hot. 21's there now.
Yeah.
2 Chainz was there earlier and gave you the cosign. Versace, Amigos, that like this is all things we all saw.
Lil Baby.
Damn,
Lil Baby.
He really didn't go to the West Coast.
Nah.
He went straight to Atlanta.
No.
He
I
went.
mean,
He
didn't even come
went. He
to New
went to the
York for
West
real.
Coast. He went to the West Coast with
Who?
He did that record with Game. He
Uh,
did.
But we're talking about like actual
100.
like
No, he did. Yeah,
Like, he had a whole
100.
album
He
with
did.
Future, though.
He
But
did-
apparently
He
he
did a song
got
with YG.
he did the motto. He did the YG.
Yeah.
But he had a
The motto was.
The motto was with.
Oh, that was Mustard. Was that?
That was
must be.
Mustard.
Yeah.
But I'm saying he did albums in Atlanta with these artists. And that's where you caught him the most.
Well, yeah, he did. That was the Future one.
I'm sure he's recorded in Atlanta.
Her Law. Yeah, yeah.
But at the same time, all I'm saying is this. That record, I think, justified the 2 albums. We Don't Trust You and We Still Don't Trust You. Like that verse right there made it seem like, oh,
Well, I mean,
this is why all these people are kind of like.
I have to know what he did, bro. I'm like,
I don't know. I don't know what he did to whom. I don't know when
Everybody.
he did it to whom, why he did it to whom. There's something that was been done. There's things that probably have been said, but out of all this shit, he is the common denominator of everyone not liking you.
Yeah.
And it's just something had to happen that was so catastrophic.
Doesn't seem like it was a one-time thing.
It wasn't a one-time thing.
Yeah.
My theory is like, what if he's just shady? Like, what if he's just like one of those people that like for example, like you're a host and someone will be like, well, I'll do it for this price. You know what I'm saying? What if he just did shady shit on the come up?
No, that's not shady. That's just someone. That's someone getting the bag for their buck.
But I'm saying similar to those scenarios.
You think he was just cutting legs out from underneath
I just think he was being shady, using people to get plugged up to people, then cutting them out. Like maybe he was just being shady. And people caught on to
Well,
it.
here's the thing with Drake. That's where this thing gets so tricky because it's like, the Drake stimulus is a real thing, right? Like there's people we might have never have heard of if Drake hadn't hopped on some of these people's records.
Right.
But at the same time, you know what I mean? There's also that.
Where are they now?
Yes. There's like those half of people, like the Migos and
I mean, the Migos, they're you know.
And I'm just,
yeah.
I'm not obviously Atlanta. We know you all up on everything all the time. But I'm saying, but for the rest of the world, a lot of people first heard Migos on a Versace record. A lot of people for the first time heard Future on on other records with Drake. Like Drake had
Well, I'm not gonna give him that much.
Drake had a gravity.
The Future?
That's
no,
you.
I'm not giving
him that.
I'm not saying I believe that. I'm saying it is within the realm of possibility.
It could be a possibility.
That his popularity helped a lot of these artists who are established now blow up. All I'm saying is there's also this other group of artists, the McConans, the freaking the Cha-Cha, Drums,
JB
like
Black Boy.
All these people, JB Block Boy. There's all these other people who got a wave off of Drake and was gone tomorrow too. So I could see where maybe after years and years of that happening, resentment could build up and they could all just gang up and be like,
right.
F this
That's
guy,
what I'm saying.
right?
Like aside from like, we also don't know how he moves with women and shit like that. So it's like there could be a lot of just little shady things that people are like, man, we tired of this motherfucker.
Yeah,
he gotta go.
Listen,
because some people are just not stand-up people and. You know, one thing
does he not strike you as a stand-up person?
He's from Canada.
I mean, Rosy, I feel like
what does that mean?
He's from where is he from in Canada? Does he give you any type of street credibility or hood?
He never did.
So what code would he have to follow? None, right?
The hip hop code?
The wealthy hip hop guy.
What code does he know to follow? None. Who was his OG? Wayne, but was he really did he really teach him and sit him down? And
he fucked this girl.
That's what I'm saying. So he doesn't know the code.
Then he got a tattoo.
So there's probably a bunch of shit. There's probably a bunch of shit that he just don't know how to follow, and you're dealing with a bunch of street motherfuckers that are like.
I mean, I ain't a street nigga. I'm a civilian, right?
No,
I'm also a civilian. So like, I don't know I don't know that code. So
but you know how to be a stand-up fucking dude.
Yeah, sometimes.
You know right from wrong and like that's a little shady.
You're right.
He might not know that.
I don't know, you're tapped into a different hotline that I think we're tapped into.
All right.
Like
what does that mean?
You know the women of
wow.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, come on, man. Like, don't make me say it. You probably have a better idea of how Drake moves with women and with people than we do.
You know Drake?
I'm not saying you probably know him.
No.
But I think you're
trying to
a
say
little more tapped in than we are. You know what I mean? Like,
no, I think I'm looking at it also from like, not by any means saying I'm hood or anything, but I'm looking at it like from the people that are coming at him to like him, where it's like, there's no way y'all could be friends in real life. There's no way.
You got more street cred than him?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I'm about to say Rosy.
I mean, I've been some places. I've done some shit. Anyway,
my nigga been in these streets for a long time.
I just feel like there's a certain code that he might not abide by. And you're dealing with mostly Atlanta men who are, you know what I'm saying? So it's like.
Of that cloth.
Yeah, so after a while, they're like, yeah, let's do this record with him so he could jump. And then they're like, we don't like how this motherfucker.
The one thing that was probably the most telling and why I probably agree with that theory the most is he really has no smoke for Future. Like he sounds legitimately hurt that him and Future had a fall now. And Future
you know who else I don't think he would come
to me,
he didn't say nothing about Future?
No. All he said was, gosh, I think on
Future said something about him.
I think on Family Matters, he said something along the lines of like, messed up over Future. He's like, they had a plan and they roped you into it. And he said 2 albums throwing disses. I did the Kim through it. I just skimmed through it. And that was it. Like, he ain't throw nothing directly at Future. Both of the records, he never really threw nothing at Future.
Because I know Future.
I think the most he said was, I can never be I can never be a fan. I gave you your first number 1 or something like that.
Yeah.
But like he didn't go hard at him like he went hard.
Because Future came at him on the second verse of the opening track on.
They called him a Pillow Talk.
Yeah.
I think there's 3 people he wouldn't come at in Atlanta. I think it's Future, 21, and Thug.
Well, yeah, those two of those 3 make sense, right?
I don't think he would ever come at any of those 3.
Those 3
Well,
are
he
the
came at Future
most.
already, so
But not really, not hard, and he didn't follow up.
Nah,
And he's not going to.
Nah, to me, Future is the most influential artist in Atlanta. Like he
Ever?
No, I'm saying like
right
at
now.
this moment, right now. I think Future is like
He's ready to argue.
Future's like the Drake of Atlanta. Like if he
That
fucking
could be insulting to some. I just want to say.
not Drake of Atlanta. You know,
Word is differently.
Yo,
Try that again.
For this conversation,
Try that
that's what
again.
you use?
Bring
it back. Bring it back.
Try that
Actually, I'm
again.
going to use that as a clip.
Reel it in.
Try that
to me,
again.
Future's the biggest artist in Atlanta.
Okay, stop
And
there.
he's very aware of how much his music has been influenced by Atlanta.
There you go.
There you go.
So his falling out with Future probably felt the most personal, and you could tell he was the most hurt by it, which leads credence to what you're saying about why people stop fucking with Drake. Like, they all just like, you know what?
If Future not fucking with him, gotta be a reason.
And listen, at the end of the day, he's gonna be fine.
He's gonna be fine.
So let me ask you this last 2 questions.
Yes.
At the end of the day, he's gonna be fine. Did y'all hear what happened? Go.
I'm about to say, some
I don't know if
Did
it's
y'all hear what
fine or
happened?
not.
All right, they ain't-
Well, that's the thing, right?
And ain't none of my business. We talk about music. We are not police
They
officers.
ain't about nothing.
We are not detectives. We just talk about
Nope.
songs. That's
Music.
it.
Is it over? And if
Yes.
so,
No.
No,
Yes.
who won?
it's not over.
It's not over.
It's not over.
What makes it over? Well, how do you end over? So clearly, the last few times when Drake has been involved in stuff, he just kind of got quiet.
He just stopped.
and it was over, right?
He stopped talking.
Yeah.
So
After Super Ugly Nas, Ether takeover, after all that happened, Hope still threw a little bit of jabs afterwards.
That nigga,
Like,
the Blueprint 2 wasn't a jab.
Yeah.
That whole song was dedicated to Nas.
All right. Does
fuck?
anybody count that song at all?
I do.
I don't.
I do.
Here's
do
the
not.
thing.
Why?
Here's
Because
the
of the
thing.
time? Because of the time frame?
Because Ether was still so strong and so powerful.
Ugh.
It's still, as much as Hope dedicated a
don't-
whole song to him,
listen.
it still did not hold a candle to Ether the same way
I still
as
count. I still count.
as potent
He
as
still
the Heart.
lost. He still lost, but I still count that record.
Does the Heart Part 6 count? Because I think when the Heart came out, everybody was like,
Not Like Us is.
let's go back to your corners, guys. Let's go back to your towel, people. Ding, ding, ding.
I think
Let's
it's
go to
over
the store
for
card.
You're not
Drake.
counting
I-
part 6?
No, he is.
Oh, I was about to say.
I'm counting it, but that's definitely to me where it was.
I think it's over
I'm sure
for
they'll
Drake.
throw a little jabs
Do
here and there.
you think he waved the white flag on that record?
I think so.
Because on the record, he says,
Yeah.
I'm waiting for you to return the favor. In regards to like, yo, speaking on facts, giving me like actual proof of shit that you're claiming. That wasn't him saying, I'm done. He's saying, I'm done until you can actually prove something.
I think that's him saying I'm done because I'm just done. I think the thing is
That
Kendrick
does
really
not
does
sound
not
like waving the white
It doesn't
flag.
sound like that man. That man sounds like he does not like Drake. I think it's gonna be beef
Yeah, we got that.
forever.
We got that from
I think it's
We
gonna
got
be
that from
beef
you.
forever.
Yeah, we
I
got
think
that
he's-
early on.
I think he's forever gonna throw shade.
I think it'll never be over in the sense that like
I think he's forever gonna throw shade,
for sure.
and it might
As
be some
they
hands
should.
thrown. I don't know.
As they fucking should. Just keep my wife and my
might be
kids out
some
of it.
hands thrown.
That's it.
If they
Just keep
see
my
each
wife and my
other,
kids
I
out of
don't
it.
know.
That's it.
Man,
Still not singing A minor.
Listen, I don't know. Okay, back to Eden's question.
minor.
To me, OVO.
it's catchy.
It's catchy as fuck.
To me, Kendrick won. To answer your question, and to answer your other question, I don't think it's over.
Kaz, so going back to you real quick, so just to answer those two. Who won?
Or who's winning? Let's say
who's
like
winning?
that. Who's winning?
Kendrick's winning not because of just the song, but because the Heart Part 6 sounded more defensive than offensive.
So it's over for you.
So once you start sounding defensive and
Yeah.
start sounding like, well, I did this, I did oh, show me the proof. It's like, bro, I didn't need to see Hove in a Tybo class to not think it was a funny bar. Like I didn't
see the
I didn't need to see him calling.
I didn't need to see the condom in the baby seat. Like I didn't see any of that. This is the battle,
shit was
man.
crazy.
But it's
once
just
you start
like-
saying
but it-
all right, until you start proving yourself, I'm not saying nothing. I'm not gonna diss
Talking
you.
about show me my 11-year-old.
And on top of that,
that
on top of that, in the Heart Part 6, he's talking about, I get it now. The reason why you're going so hard at this pedophilia thing is because you were molested, and you said that in the song,
Which
which
wasn't-
lets you
which-
know he didn't listen to the damn song. That's
which
not what
wasn't
happened
true.
at all. Exactly. So
But how do you know that?
he said it.
Listen to the song.
Listen to
It's right there.
It's on Mr. Morales,
They
right?
It's
can all
right
say
there,
whatever
yeah.
they want in their songs. It doesn't mean it's true.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if we start having to do, so here's where I think the big conversation about this all happens, right? Honesty in rap, right? We got
Niggas been lying.
lyrics
Lyrics
being played.
4 years.
We got lyrics being played on court cases and saying we should be able to use that. Where's the line? Like, where's the line on like, all right,
Don't fucking snitch on yourself.
is it snitching on yourself? Is
Yes.
it entertaining?
Yes.
Is my name actually whatever?
If you know
whatever
you're
my birth
intertwined with
certificate?
this street life, like that walk of life, and you're actually detailing shit, bro, like
That's stupid.
It's
That's
a weird line to
stupid.
dance, though. It's a weird line to
not a
dance.
weird
because
line. It's
when is it
common
entertainment?
sense.
When is it entertainment? When are we talking about, okay, Al Pacino in Scarface? He plays a freaking cocaine dealer and all that type of stuff. Like, I'm not
Where you
expecting him
going
to
with
be a
this?
cocaine
Yeah,
dealer in
he's-
real
Where
life.
you going with
fucking
this?
actor.
He's an actor. It's a movie. It's different.
it's a role.
Playing a role and then
Which is why I'm
actual
saying, where is the line when it comes to hip hop music?
Some
Like,
of these
a lot
niggas
of these
actually
people are
live
playing
that
roles.
They live that life. Al Pacino doesn't live that life.
Yeah.
Okay.
He got paid to live that life.
He also played in Serpico. He's not.
So
both.
I'm
Right, so it's like
supposed to.
if you know,
Can't be
like,
both.
So I'm supposed to be
Rosy's
under
a
the
big
impression that
cinephile.
Drake is a mob boss person who gets hits put out on people, who has gang ties, who has all this type of stuff.
well, we
I'm
know he
supposed to
has
believe all
mob
that
ties,
stuff.
like the J Prince family, the rapper life. We know that.
So I'm saying,
So I guess
what's the line? What's the line? If the truth is what matters in rap, and specifically in a battle between two of the biggest rap artists there is, where is the line on when the truth matters and when it doesn't matter? When if it's hot, does it matter?
What matters
If it's
to
hot,
you?
it doesn't matter.
What matters to you?
No,
To me,
answer the question.
You have to answer the questions.
I have to answer the question.
You have to answer Eden's question.
What was
Still.
your question?
Is it over?
I'm
who
sorry.
won?
Kendrick's winning, and it's not over.
Okay.
It's simple.
I don't think it'll ever be over.
We know.
Be forever.
I think it'd be beef. Wait, forever. I think it's gonna be like.
Why
that,
did you
man.
do that?
That was the Cardi B. You don't remember the Cardi B?
Forever.
Yeah, you missed
That
it.
was.
I missed it.
Yeah, you missed it.
Yeah, I can't get the
You
full
didn't-
turn
you
and
didn't hit
everything.
that. You didn't hit the
Yeah,
facial
we did- yeah,
expression,
we did
nothing.
everything.
I didn't.
I
feel
wasn't
it.
doing the Cardi.
I didn't feel it.
The
you
Cardi
missed it on
voice.
that.
What we got next,
Like-
Evan? My bad. Oh, we wrapping it up? Oh, well, goddamn. All right, that's our. That is our. Wrap up on
Rap.
Kendrick and Drake. I'm sure by the time this drops, we'll have a lot more to talk about.
Right.
It'll be 8 more
yeah,
songs.
man. But man, gosh, what a week. Man. But I'll tell you this.
I would listen to a mixtape of nothing but Drake disses.
Oh, that's been my entire playlist for the week.
the
My
EP.
Spotify playlist has
If
literally
he
been
drops
those
an
8
EP
songs.
with just featuring everybody, some Metro tracks in there, like
I mean, I don't.
feature
All
everybody.
right.
That shouldn't be funny. It would be funny.
We've done enough. Of
Lo, don't you have a
hanging out.
playlist?
I have a beef playlist.
Hey,
And
yo.
I put together it was Like That, Euphoria, Meet the Grams, Like Us. It's like a little 5-song.
Gotcha.
EP. And
I gotta tell you though,
called
man.
I Don't Like You.
I gotta tell you this. Last thing before we get out of here though. I'm so happy that rap discourse came back for at least a week.
Yeah.
My entire timeline was nothing but dissecting lyrics, dissecting double meanings, quadruple entendres,
Man,
responses
I've been
to
doing a
records.
rap discourse for fucking.
Right, but I'm bet it was a damn good week for you, wasn't it?
It was a
At the end of the
it was a
day-
tiring week. But I
At the end of the day, man, listen,
care about hip hop.
it was a boring ass rap year until this happened. I'll say it like that. It was a boring ass rap year until this happened. I think the numbers will speak for itself. I think the media, all the rap media dudes came back. Like I'm seeing Elliot drop videos, Wayno, Rob, Charlamagne, like everybody's back talking rap again.
Let me,
You know what I mean?
first of all, I ain't going nowhere.
I know you didn't go anywhere. I'm
been
just
around,
saying.
I've been here. Rob has been here. Wayno's been here. Elliot's been here. B-Dot's been here.
But you
Joe's
guys
been
didn't
here.
have anything to
We were
talk
talking about shit
like
we cared
this.
about. Like, yeah, this is now the focal point because it's beef. It's Kendrick and it's Drake. But hip hop is still we've had a good year up until this as well. Like
boring.
I'm not gonna
It was
say
boring.
It was
I'm
boring.
not.
It was boring,
It was boring
dog.
because it was boring. It was boring because it wasn't no gossipy, messy shit like it is now. But trust and
No,
believe,
I was tired
the
of seeing
year-
stripper raps, bro.
the year-
Like, you
Nah,
gonna
fuck
see another?
that. No, I'm not.
You gonna see
wanna
more
twerk.
stripper raps?
No, I'm not.
twerk
I
no
love
more.
the women rappers, man.
I'm
But
not,
yo,
I'm not.
we seen so many.
I'm
It
not
was
gonna do
nice
that.
to get a
Fuck
welcome
that.
change.
I'm not
Women
gonna do
was
that.
running.
So just
women
like
was
stripper
running
music,
shit.
let's wrap this shit up.
What do you mean not gonna do it?
I'm not gonna do that.
You're not gonna acknowledge that it was
I
women?
enjoyed so much of
Listen.
the No, let me get this. I enjoyed so much of the female rappers. They showed their diversity. A bunch of them came out to play. A bunch of them were having fun. They had their own little beefs as well. This took over, but nah, fuck that. It wasn't boring. It was something that you didn't prefer. I fucked with the
Numbers
girls
don't
rapping.
lie. A lot of people didn't prefer it as much as they preferred
fuck.
this.
That shit was fire.
As much as they preferred this. And I
That shit
understand
was-
what you're
that-
doing. I understand what
yo,
you're saying. You
yo,
can't
the
say
girls-
nothing.
the girls
Can't say
killed-
nothing bad about
and
the
they
women
still
rappers.
killed-
I
no.
get it.
Can't do that.
Don't do that.
And I'm not saying
No.
I'm not saying anything
Not
bad
all of it
either.
was hot, but I'm like, let's not act like, it was because they were doing it, it was boring. No, that's not.
No, I'm just saying it was boring because it was boring.
It wasn't boring.
Bro,
though.
they were doing the same thing for the past 2.5 years, 3 years. I'm like, yo, please.
And then some of these
switch
niggas
it
rap,
up.
some of these niggas rap about the same shit for their entire career. So
Oh,
what's the
not this
difference?
week.
Yeah,
there was
because
some brand new content to talk about
well,
this
yeah,
week.
because these two actually finally went head to head. But no, shout out to all the girls that were in the booth.
And it's not
getting
just the
busy.
girls.
Let me.
All
say
I'm
that.
saying is the women
I'm
were
saying
on
that
top.
it wasn't boring. Hip hop wasn't boring. Now it's even more fun.
Damn, Kaz hates women.
You see the setup, right? No, let me say this. Women.
No, I'm just saying like that's. I'm not trying to
I'm not even said all that,
I'm
bro.
not trying to be like, no, I'm just saying it wasn't
All I said
boring.
was women were on top
have
and
two
have been
daughters.
on
It
top
wasn't
for
boring.
years.
I'm just saying it wasn't boring.
After 3 years, yes, it got a little repetitive and boring. Yes, it's not
No,
me
I was
saying
talking
can't
about
rap
this.
women.
I was talking about this year. That's all.
All right.
All right. Anyway,
So this is why. No, this
Let's
is why.
wrap.
This is
Just
why
like we have to wrap
sir.
the stripper music. Let's wrap.
let's
this shit
wrap
up.
this up, guys. Thank you so much for checking us out on Say Less with Kaz Low Key. Rosy, what you got?
What you mean? What I got?
Nothing plug, no plug.
Nope, chillin',
no plugs.
no
Anyway,
plug, no plugs.
we're doing we're potting for the love of the game, man. Like we always do at this time. Stay free, stay safe, and always say less. Catch Low on Apple Music, Rap Life Review on all your Apple Music streaming platforms. Catch Rosy out in the streets.
No.
No, not in the streets.
Not no more.
Not in the streets. No streets. No streets.
No streets for me.
No streets. We catch me all over during the playoff stuff. Fanatics, Ringer, SNY, MSG. I'm all over the place. But we'll catch you next time, people. Have a good one. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Say less.